Hello, if you ever find yourself being hard on yourself when you make mistakes and your mind goes over what you did and how you shouldn't have done it over and over again, then you're in the right place. Because in this video, I'm going to share with you how to release self-judgment and activate self-acceptance and self-compassion in a deep, authentic way through the power of choice. And the key to this transformation is to go beyond the ways the mind seems to work as a default in ways that don't always serve us and support us and harmonize our mind, so we can reside in our heart and have the mind assist our heart instead of working against us. And if you would like to have a mind which is balanced and free from judgments and limitations, don't forget to get my free video series on how to free yourself from worry and overthinking and harmonize your mind. The link for this free video series is in the pinned comment below this video. My name is Paola Bisicchia, and I help awakening individuals get out of their mind and into their heart so they can align to their true self, their purpose, and their joy. So if you would like to awaken to who you truly are, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also click the bell button so you can be notified when I release a new video. And in this video, I would like to share a practical example of how we can release self-judgment and activate self-acceptance and self-compassion. And what I have realized is that the key to this process is choice, awareness and choice. I have realized that if we rely on feelings alone rather than choices, we might wait forever to feel, for example, naturally compassionate towards ourselves and non-judgmental. And because of this, we might feel powerless and stuck in our old ways. For example, we always seem to be hard on ourselves and we feel that there isn't much we can do about it. So we put up with it. We think that this is the way we are. Instead, if we realize that we have a choice to shift this pattern, we can now feel empowered. There is in this something we can do. We can choose to be compassionate and accepting. And by doing so, we actually initiate a much deeper healing process that goes to address the reason why we felt self-judgmental in the first place. So I thought I would give you an example from a thing that has happened to me in my life. So what happened? Well, I went to a festival with my partner in a camper van, and we have a lovely awning that gets attached to this camper van. And at the beginning of the festival, my partner was saying how she loves this awning, she made it all homely. And we also went with some friends. At one point, our friends ran out of gas for the kettle, so I offered to boil the kettle for them inside our tent, and I went through, at the same time, in the meantime, I went to join them for a chat. And after a couple of minutes, we hear the voices, tent on fire, tent on fire. And it was indeed our awning on fire. So we all rushed and put the fire out. And you can imagine how I felt guilt because it was really my fault, the shock of the fire. But in that moment, I actually made a choice to commit to self-acceptance. One thing that happened was that my partner was really compassionate. She didn't make me feel guilty at all. She was so gentle. And yet that was not really enough because I felt still the feeling of guilt within me. And that's when I chose to embody self-acceptance. And I also realized that the source of acceptance needs to be internal, because in reality, even if my partner was being so accepting and gracious about it, I still felt the uncomfortable feeling of guilt. And this goes to show that even if sometimes we are tempted to seek for healing outside of us, that is actually not enough. And it can also be a trap, as we might use a lot of our energy and time trying to be accepted or forgiven by others. And yet, it would never be enough, as the source of self-acceptance needs to be internal. It needs to come from us. And this is the only way we can feel truly better and again, whole, truly accepted. This is when I made the choice to be self-compassionate and self-acceptance. This was a choice and not a feeling, as I was still feeling the uncomfortable feeling of guilt in my body. But I chose to be gentle with myself. I chose to allow the feelings of guilt and also the feelings of the shock from the fire to go through me, to be felt fully, and then to flow out of me. I chose to listen to the lesson that needed to be learned. In this case, do not leave fire unattended in a tent, and to learn from it. And I also saw the bigger spiritual lesson of embodying self-forgiveness at a deeper level. And this was an opportunity to practice this way of being, so that the parts of me that were not accepted in the past by others and suffered because of that, those parts saw that no matter what, they will always be accepted by me. And this attitude creates a beautiful feeling of oneness and wholeness and integration of all of the splintered parts of ourselves that have ever felt separate from love, to find that love again, that oneness again within us. And this example shows that it is possible to release our old patterns of self-judgment through choice. And every time we make that choice, we go deeper into finding oneness, wholeness within ourselves, and we heal the part of ourselves that have ever felt judged, unaccepted, or treated harshly, until it becomes easier and easier for us to embody true self-compassion and self-love. And the good news is that we can indeed be free from old patterns through awareness, choice, and compassion. And this is how we go from living in the ego mind into living in the heart. And I would love for you to experience this shift as well. So don't forget to sign up for the free video series on how to harmonize your mind. The link is actually below the video. And I'm going to send you so much love and many blessings. Bye-bye.